Hey, what's going on, YouTube family? It's Mace back with another video. Told y'all before, this is one of my favorite times of the year as a sports fan. Bowl games coming up this month. We got signing day. We got the NFL Combine, Senior Bowls, Pro Days, the draft. I like this little range between the beginning of the new calendar year. It's a fun time to be a football fan. So today we're going to be looking at the top recruits from my home state, Indiana. We've definitely made leaps and bounds overall. The last 20 years or so, football's definitely different in 2022 than it was in 2002. So we're going to take a look at some of the recruits. I'll emphasize that these recruits are from the state of Indiana. A few weeks ago, I did a video on IU, the IU Hoosiers top recruits. Well, these are all the high school athletes from Indiana. And of course, I appreciate y'all in advance. This channel is really growing. We've only been in existence a few weeks. So if you haven't already up to this point, please like and subscribe for more content, of course. But enough with all that. Let's get to it. And kicking things off at number 6, we have Leighton Jones from Brownsburg High School, located in Brownsburg, Indiana. 6'4", 275 pounds. He's projected to be an interior offensive lineman. Played both sides of the ball for Brownsburg. Very impressive, as being that Brownsburg is a 6A school. So any player that plays both sides has some talent at football, that's for sure. Played tight end, it looks like, on offense, and play defensive line on defense. Honestly, looking at his defensive film, he probably is a Division I defensive lineman as well if he took that route, but he's definitely not going to be a tight end at the next level. I see him more as a center for Iowa. Already a good run blocker. His biggest skill that he'll need to work on is pass protection. So I give it a year or two, and I feel that he'll be a full-time starter for sure at the center position for Iowa. Really looking forward to seeing him. All right, and at number 6, we have Trevor Locke, offensive tackle from Roncalli High School, which is in the greater outskirts of Indianapolis. Roncalli High School, not super far from me, very prestigious. They have 10 state championships in football. But Trevor Locke is a 4-star recruit, the number 34 offensive tackle, according to 24/7 Sports, with a .8915 composite score ranking. He's committed to Iowa, and he chose Iowa over the likes of Michigan State, Ohio State, and Tennessee. When I watch the film of Trevor, first thing that pops is physicality. He's very physical. He's a finisher. He's going to drive you into the ground if he can. If no one comes through his lane, no defender, he's literally headhunting, trying to find that next person to crash into, and I love that. Definitely combines finesse as well, because he also has good footwork. So he is able to either get second level, the edge rusher coming off. He has the foot speed to stay in front and engaged, has decent arm span. I really like him, and he's going to be a contributor pretty early. I can guarantee you that at Iowa. Next up at number 4, we have William Spencer, defensive lineman, listed at 6'5", 315 pounds. William Spencer went to New Albany High School in New Albany, Indiana. According to 24/7 Sports, he's the number 45 D lineman with a composite score of .8942, and as a 4-star recruit, he's currently uncommitted. The crystal ball does point towards him being a University of Kentucky commit out in the SEC. But looking at the tape, nice two-way player. Power and strength is definitely his biggest skill. Just stronger than anybody that lines up in front of him. Projects to be a zero technique. If he goes to Kentucky, I think that will be a great scheme for him to play in overall. 6'5", 315, so he's long, he's big, but he's pretty athletic. He gets out of his stance really well considering his height and his size. I could also see him getting snaps at the 3 technique or the 5 technique. If he gets coached up, I can see him being an NFL player down the road. But he'll definitely be an impact player for Kentucky, in my opinion, by his sophomore or junior year for sure. All right, and the number 3 recruit out of the state of Indiana is Daya McCullough. Safety, 6'2", 200 pounds, 4-star recruit out of St. Joseph's High School, located in South Bend, Indiana. The number 34 safety in the country, 24/7 composite score of .8978. Daya was originally an IU commit, just like his brother, Deshaun McCullough. We'll get into him in a second. Back in the summer, he switched to Cincy. Coaching staff change in Cincy, we knew that he would most likely be opening up his recruitment. And just a few days ago, from the time of this recording, Daya McCullough has officially committed to Oklahoma. So he'll be an Oklahoma Sooner. His brother, Deshaun McCullough, was actually the #1 player from the state of Indiana in last year's class in 2022, who was a full-time starter as an 18-year-old freshman. Unfortunately, he recently entered the transfer portal, which I can understand with IU football not being what we were expecting the last few years. But all in all, Daya McCullough is going to be an exceptional collegiate athlete just like his brother. Played a lot of corner in high school, projects to be a safety at the next level. More than likely in the Big 12, he'll be playing safety. But he has still the corner-like skills and experience. I could see him also playing some nickel. But he's very physical, 6'2", 200 pounds, coming out of high school. That's excellent size. He's hard to block for any receiver. He's very versatile. I can really see him being a playmaker for the Big 12 Oklahoma Sooners. Next up, our #2 ranked player out of the state of Indiana is Drake Bowen. Drake Bowen, 6'2", 225-pound linebacker out of Adrian High School, located in Maryville, Indiana. He's a 4-star prospect with a composite score of .9552. He's a Notre Dame commit. Chose Notre Dame over schools such as Auburn, Clemson, Oregon, the number 13 linebacker in the nation. Two-way player in high school at linebacker and running back. First thing you see and you notice when you look at him, he's very compact. You can tell he hits the weight room. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if he's on the board for squatting 500 pounds out of high school. But he's built strong and he plays very strong. Also plays baseball, a lot of versatility. He's just a great athlete all in all. He has really good instincts as a linebacker. Great pursuit, very well disciplined. He's very confident. When he's on the field, you see a confident player. And he loves to hit. He loves contact, doesn't shy away from it. Played on the edge a lot in high school, but due to his lack of length, relatively speaking, he probably will bode better as a linebacker compared to an edge rusher. But still, nonetheless, he's going to be a starter for Notre Dame. He's going to be an impact player. And the #1 ranked player out of the state of Indiana is Josh Mickens, edge rusher out of Lawrence Central High School, located in Indianapolis, Indiana, 6'5", 225 pounds. The number 18 edge rusher nationwide. He's currently uncommitted, has a composite score of .9436. He's looking at Ohio State and LSU, just from the latest reports that I've read. I think that he'll most likely consider Ohio State, but well sought after, 32 offers overall. Looking at the film, I mean, you can see why after 5 to 10 seconds. A true edge projection, whether he's standing up or he has his hand in the ground. He's 6'5", very long. He has room and build to add more size and mass. The best motor I've watched in this class, honestly, and that goes for outside of Indiana. He has an upper tier motor, which you can't coach. He's very athletic. He has a ton of chase down tackles. So his pursuit, his willingness, he'll never give up on the play. I mean, as an individual such as myself, I love watching that in a defensive player. His first step is elite. Most tackles at the high school level just didn't stand a chance. He brings the boom, very hard hitter, track and field athlete, played basketball as well. He'll be one of those players that truly I could see becoming a day 1 or a day 2 call out in 3 to 4 years. And that's why he's the #1 ranked player out of Indiana. And I 100% agree with this. He actually goes back and forth with Drake Bowen, but I believe they got it right, switching it most recently to having Mickens as the #1 player. And there you have it. These are the top 6 recruits out of the state of Indiana. Definitely the last 20 years or so, the state of Indiana as a whole has taken football more seriously. Year after year, we're starting to pump more and more Division I and even Power 5 recruits, so it's always fun to see every year what Indiana is producing. And I do feel that a lot of these recruits that we went over today will make impacts at the Division I college level. So I'm definitely looking forward to that. We got signing day coming up here pretty soon. But if you made it this far in the video, hey, I definitely appreciate it. This channel's only been in existence a few weeks now. We've already made leaps and bounds that have exceeded my expectations to this point. So we are still on the road to 1K subscribers. So if you haven't already, please like and subscribe. Obviously, this will help the channel grow long term. So I'm about to bounce. I hope y'all have a good one, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Cheers.